You are our only hope now. Do not fail me.
No! Shaq, my man. No. Time to go ahead and jump into it. Now, first up, we have another goddamn remaster coming out, and another one that happens to be a trilogy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we got another one. And you're saying, what could this be? I mean, we just had your boy who was obviously had way too much sugar, Mr. Crash, right there, who was losing his goddamn mind.
He's on cocaine.
He on that Whitney and Bobby. He's losing his shit. And of course, if you're listening right now, that was Crash Bandicoot when he had the Insane Trilogy that just came out that everybody was enjoying because it was so fun. And then we also had another remake that, kind of, you could say it was a remaster, remake, reimagining, because there were a few new elements that were thrown into it that made it interesting, and there were actually a level or two that was new. And I'm talking about Sonic Mania. Sonic Mania was there, and he came out with, again, something that everybody thoroughly enjoyed, and it was a decently fun game. I remember it was a fun flashback into my childhood. I was like, oh, that's nice. Same kind of music, same levels. This is cool.
I fucking love that game. I think it's amazing.
We got one more remaster. This one is I think I love more than anybody that's been here. And of course, when it's me, it's always got to be about the music. And of course, I'm talking about Parappa the Rapper. We played this up on the show, and that chicken kicked our asses so many times.
Crack the egg into the book.
Crack. Get out my fucking kitchen. Oh my God, the chicken is wild.
Losing her shit.
Yeah, the chicken is crazy. But we got all these remasters coming out, and for the most part, they have been really good. Again, we had those three, and then there's been a couple I didn't name, like Shadow of the Colossus also had a remaster that came out that people enjoyed. So you know what? You're like, all right, fine. We got a good track record so far, and then we have our good old friend from way back in the PS1 days in his infancy, just being a little baby reptile that could breathe fire, burst forth from his egg, and said, you know what? I'm gonna take platforming to a whole nother level. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna make people know that you can jump off a platform and glide. You ain't gonna fly.
You got that next level shit.
Yeah, he on a new level. But we're talking about, of course, your boy Spyro. And Spyro said, I gotta come back and I gotta stun on these hoes because I see Crash is making his money. I see Parappa's making his money. I see all these people making their money.
Let me get that piece.
Yeah,
Let me get a piece of that.
I want some goddamn money too. I want some PlayStation bucks. And of course, we're getting a remaster of the Spyro games. And here is Mr. Spyro himself introducing himself in this trailer.
You're toast.
So soon. Again, you saw Spyro right there in the Reignited Trilogy, which apparently is a new hip and happening way to talk about dragons because, get it, they breathe fire. Damn. I don't know if you got that. Apparently you did because that laugh was so genuine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great. But
10
yes,
out of 10 joke.
Damn. But yes, here we go. We have Spyro in the Reignited Trilogy, which is basically the original 3 Spyro games coming back and being revamped and revitalized and reignited for for the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One. And a lot of people are really excited. Spyro meant a lot to them in their childrenhoods. And you're like, you know what? I'm fair with that. There are plenty of things in my life that I enjoyed as a kid. And I was like, you know what? I really want to see these things come back.
Yeah.
And for people who enjoyed Spyro when it came out, the original ones, they were decent platforming games. I think they were fun games. We went out and collect things and had fun. And it was kind of like Mario or other games like that. That was fun and decently entertaining.
Yeah, I mean, Spyro didn't raise up to be an icon for nothing.
I just learned something about this company who makes this game. Obviously, it's Insomniac, who's been behind a lot of great titles. Yeah. But when it came to Spyro, this game was made for like 7-year-olds.
Yes,
it was so forgiving. Like games like we've had, like we talked about Crash and all these other things. Like if you mess up, like you would just fall off the level and you died. It was still kind of forgiving, but like it gave you a lot of lives and you obviously had continues. But Spyro was like, just chill, you'll glide to it, you'll figure it out. It's okay.
It gives you a lot of room for error.
I wouldn't be mad at this in any way, shape, or form. It looks like they're actually using getting some decent graphics, and they went in and revamped what they originally had. And keep in mind, like, they really don't have much to have to fix in this game, because when it came out, it actually worked really well, and the mechanics worked really well. Like you said, the gliding system, and then the fun breathing fire system, and fighting enemies like that was kind of fun. And the animations in the original game were really fun as well. So it looks like they're going to be keeping a lot of the things that made this have that huge wide charm and that huge wide reception when it came out. So it's like, all right, I find it to be pretty cool, but this is Insomniac, and keep in mind, they have made some really decent games. Obviously, Spyro that they've made, and then they also had Aimbot the game, Ratchet and Clank, which is like, you do not need to aim in that game at all.
You just, what is it? You press the R2 and just mow down people. That's it.
How am I doing this? I'm only pressing one button. Exactly. But Ratchet and Clank was good. But then they also had some games that kind of have fallen by the wayside, and I don't know, Insomniac, they've done some good stuff, but they've also done some things that they haven't really kept up well with the audiences that they're trying to reach. There's a bunch of people out there right now. Oh yeah, that was a game, wasn't it? Resistance.
I've never seen this.
You've never seen Resistance?
In my life.
Dude,
Is that the thing with the PS4 game?
No, it was PS3.
The PS3 one? Yeah, okay, then I understand that one, but I've never seen that shit in my life.
Yeah, it's Resistance. Like, they came out with a game like, we're gonna challenge Halo, and I think at the time they were also trying to go up against Killzone. And they're like, yeah, we got a new shooter for the PS3. Like, this is the best looking thing ever. Da 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 da. Like, I remember when they showed like one of the trailers for it at E3. People were like, man, this looks amazing. I can't wait for it to come out. It's gonna be great. And then it came out and it looked nothing like it did in the trailer, and people were hot.
No, like, I mean, you're trying to challenge Halo with that?
There's another game that they have coming out this year, which just got a release date announced in September. The Spider-Man game is going to be coming out very soon, and this actually, again from Insomniac, looks really cool. I cannot wait for this. Now, with Spyro, going back to Spyro, I'm not that excited about this, to be honest with you, because for me, growing up, Spyro really wasn't like my thing. Like, I had a better version of it, Mario 64, and there were other platformers out there for me that I found to be more entertaining and more challenging and more just connected with me. When I played Spyro, I played all three of them and beat them, and it was just like, all right, go find this dragon that's in the statue, go do this. All right, now you're gliding, and this is happening, and I didn't connect with it. I didn't like the character.
That's fair.
I didn't like a lot, some of the gameplay aspects, and it was just like, all right, I played this, I beat this, now what?
In terms of like me, like, oh my god, I want to buy. No, what can I tell you? Like, it's just there.
Yeah.
It's just there. Why can't I fly? I'm a fucking dragon. Like I have wings. Why can't I use them? I have no connection with this game, and I want to like it. So that's. I don't know what to tell you, man.
Yeah, exactly.
It's hard. It's hard to not be excited. Like, I'll usually I'm like, oh man, that's shitty. Oh man, that looks great. And then I'm like, what do I say? Like,
it's like, because when I was putting this together, I was like, how do I form an opinion about this without sounding like a snobbish asshole? Because it's like, I don't want to be mean. No,
my taste have.
My taste is more refined than this childish dragon shit. I'm still waiting for a Streets of Rage remake. Like, I'm still like, and I know you're like, well, it says remake right there. That was like a bootleg version that Sega was like, y'all ain't doing this shit. For some
ain't
reason,
ever again.
Yeah, for some reason they jumped on the Sonic Mania thing. It's like, oh yeah, we support this. We'll give you money. Go out and do what you need to do. But when people were making the Streets of Rage remake, they're like, nah, you ain't about that life. Give us you ain't using our property.
Yeah, you get one.
Yeah.
Sonic was the one.
Yeah, and that fucking sucks because I feel like Streets of Rage is a better franchise. They don't have as many misses as Sonic does. Ew.
They don't have as many games as Sonic does.
Exactly, because they know to get in and get out.
No, you stop.
If there is a game that you feel like deserves a remake, and this is just for you, or you want not. It doesn't even have to deserve it. You just want a remake. What is one of those titles that you would feel would benefit from getting a remake and would be a good game for you to enjoy? You would get excited for?
I guess if I want to get a little more obscure, I'm gonna think of two. But the first one would be Gex 3.
Okay, the lizard.
Yeah, Gex 3, which was a weird fucking game, but like that's really obscure. And if you were to remaster it, I feel like The problem is a lot of the pop culture references they used are really outdated.
Yeah.
But and it really, and his shtick was just being like, kind of a pop culture knockoff James Bond in the third one.
Yeah.
But the gameplay was really fun. The worlds he went to were really cool, and the power-ups he got were like the actual gameplay itself was a lot of fun, and it was challenging. That's what I really enjoyed. And then if I went on to another remastered and we bring it up a little bit more, probably Jack and Daxter. That trilogy.
Jack and Daxter was pretty cool. And again, that was Naughty Dog, right?
That was Naughty Dog.
Yeah, because I always mix up Naughty Dog and Insomniac because they both make great platformers. Yeah, let's not even front. They're the same company. It's just-
Literally, I'm the same way. I'm like Naughty Dog and Insomniac are not the same.
Yeah,
But-
you guys make the same characters.
They do the same thing, but no, I think that Jack and Daxter was a really popular series, and it's it out of the 3 PS2 era, like kind of big mascots, which goes Ratchet and Clank, Sly Cooper, and then Jack and Daxter. I feel like he's the only one who hasn't really. I think they might have done a collection compilation on the PS3, but I don't think they've given him like a full remaster redo.
Right, and then they had the was it a Clank in Time on the
they had Clank in Time and PS3.
Oh, but I'm thinking, see, now I'm mixing Ratchet and Clank up with Jack and Daxter. It's like a Clank and Jack. Wait, no, it's not.
Crack in Time for Ratchet and Clank.
Ratchet and Clank. Yeah. Now you gave us 2 that you would like to see, and one I'm going to keep it to kind of the theme of dragons being in the game, because I feel like there are better games out there with dragons in them. Monster Hunter possibly, but
Monster Hunter next week.
Next week maybe. Yeah, next week. We'll see you next week with Monster Hunter. Hey Jad, how you doing? But with there is another game that I think could use a good remaster, and you know what? A lot of people didn't really get a chance to play it because it was on the Xbox. I didn't even own an Xbox growing up. I had a friend that had it, the original, the Black Behemoth Xbox, and
it took up two slots in your entertainment console.
Yeah, and the controller the size of like dinner plate. But we had another cool dragon game that was there, and that was and let me make sure because I always mix these up sometimes because I'm like, oh yeah, The Legend of No, it was this one. Panzer Dragoon was a cool game that I thought was really dope, and I didn't have an Xbox. I'm not a Halo fan. I'm not like any of those people, but I played this game at my friend's house and I said, this is some dope shit, and it was really fun and it felt intuitive. It was kind of riding off the same coattails as Star Fox and things like that. But with Panzer, it was really fun and entertaining game, and it was a very beautiful game to look at as well. And the music was amazing in this game. And again, I said it. If a game has good music, I am willing to sit through so much shit. And luckily, this game was actually fun, and it looked pretty, and it also had some great music. And last but not least, people. This game, I've said it from the mountaintops. I've said it in churches, the chicken joint, and places of worship. I've said it on this show. I've said it on other shows. I've said it in private. I've said it on camera, off camera. When in the fuck are we gonna get a remaster of the best dancing game ever, Bust a Motherfucking Groove?
I love this shit.
You got Corey Coleman in drag. Why would I not love this game? Why would I not want to play this? That is Coleman in drag.
Oh man,
I need to make a bet with him one day to see if I can get him to do that for like Halloween. All right, if I win, you got to go as Pinky from Bust a Groove.
Coleman's crazy enough to do it.
I think he might already have the outfit. I wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised either, to be honest.
But yeah, I think again a game that's close to me. I don't think it really had a huge following when it came out, and that was from 989 Studios, which is Sony. So it should be very easy for them to do. It shouldn't be an issue. But yeah, a solid remaster, that would be great. But if you want to remake it and, change some characters, add some music and do whatever, that could be dope. Like have like a Metro Boomin soundtrack to Bust a Groove would be amazing. Like, the future starts playing and you just start dancing. You're like, it could be dope. So those are the 2 games that I would thoroughly like to get my hands on to get a remaster. Again, Panzer Dragoon and Bust a Groove, and then you had Gex and Jack and Daxter. And I think, all 4 of those games could be great.
But unless it's like in the $10 bargain bin, then it ain't going in my library.
Anyway.
I'm good.
It's a stinky one. But anyway, people, while we're on the topic of remakes and remasters, we have another one coming out, and you're like, oh shit, this is going to be as dope as Spyro, or is it Bust a Groove or something? No. Yeah. But there was a fun game that came out in the 90s.
Legendary, some would say.
Yeah, a legendary game, some people would say, and for some interesting reasons. It's hailed as one of the worst games ever. It stars one of the worst actors ever, and one of the worst free throw shooters ever. And if you know anything about sports, and this particular character who's somehow become larger than sports, you know that I'm talking about Mr. Shaq-A-Dilicus, aka the Diesel, aka Shactus, aka Big Nostradamus. I think he's had so many names.
He has a
man.
1,020,000 names, man.
He's got more AKAs than a fucking ASAP member. But they said, you know what? People love Shaq so much, and Jordan had a video game. Jordan had a video game. Was it Windy City Showdown or like gun violence?
Basketballs, right?
Something, yeah. Windy City something with Michael Jordan, was Mr. MJ, and they said, you know what? If Michael can have a game, actually he had a couple because he had like Space Jordan
Jam
versus Bird and Space Jam and the Windy City Showdown, whatever the fuck it was called. So they said, you know what? We got another guy coming up behind him. That's, you know, we should be able to give this guy a game as well. He's out there rapping, a platinum selling rapper, which baffles me to this day. I think that was before the advent of the internet, so people couldn't write like, "Oh, this album is trash."
It's trash.
Well, that song with him and Phife Dawg. Where you at, Shaq? I'm right here, though. Like, you'll get a moment for that. But of course, I'm talking about Shaq-Fu, and Shaq-Fu. We knew from a while ago that they were doing a Kickstarter and trying to get the money up for this, and they hit their goal and said, you know, we're coming out with a Shaq-Fu game, and you can't wait for it. And we just got another trailer for it, for the story mode. And you know what my favorite thing about this is? It lets me know that we've had, how many years has it been since Steel came out? And
almost 20.
Almost 20 years since Steel came out. And it just makes me so happy to see that Shaq still has the same level of acting ability that he had back in the 90s. People, without further ado, here is the new Shaq-Fu game.
Get down with the crew. Jen Lo Wayne, I'm coming for you. Shaq-Fu.
Man, fuck Spyro.
Yo, I had not. TJ's using that reflect double toasted of Corey Goodwins. If you want to shoot up this spot, yo, he can do that with him, not me. But yeah, we got Shaq-Fu is back, and he's back from the town of Hung Lo, and he is a poor rickshaw driver. And his name is Shaq Wei Fong or some shit, whatever he said.
He's coming back for his master, Wei.
Yo, yay. Yeah, people, I don't know what's happening in this game. I was thoroughly confused seeing all of this, hearing that god-awful acting that Mr. Shaq made us sit through. I'm going to say made us sit through. And the other thing, which was a little baffling to me, apparently the storyline in this game is he's fighting celebrities, so I don't know if this pair of ass cheeks are supposed to be like Kim Kardashian or something, but those are glutes.
Definitely.
Those are, and it says, if you notice, Twercules, and then you see the G-string in the back, and I think that's the choach. I'm baffled. I don't know what's going on with this. Shaq, my friend. Wow. I've literally never seen a trailer that left me speechless. The first time I watched this, I was like, how?
It came out the gate. So if you guys, the trailer was on, but if you had seen me, I was just sitting here dying. I've never seen something so magical in my life.
We're not going to be crabs in a bucket or a barrel, as Marlon Wayne says. We got to give Shaq some props. What are some positive things you have to say about this, TJ?
I thought, in terms of if he's aware of the joke, I thought it was super funny, and he was playing into himself very well and not taking it seriously. I thought the animation looked really, really good. Not the gameplay. The animation looked pretty cool and really interesting. It's funny.
Yeah. Is it intentionally supposed to be?
If it's made for intention, then this is actually really, really, really good, because it's playing in on his joke, knowing that he made a shitty game beforehand, and he's not trying to come back and take it seriously. But that scene right there.
What, you don't. Was his acting not up to par?
He can't act. I don't know why he's trying. He can't voice act. He can't physically act.
Dudes, let's give him another chance. Let's hear it.
I made a promise to my dead mentor Ye that I would kill you. Prepare to die.
Silence, white belt.
Oh, you got some chutzpah, you redneck schmuck.
You got some chutzpah. Deuce, what's the problem? I mean, I hear fantastic voice acting right there. I don't understand what the issue is.
I want to believe at the bottom of my heart that he's playing into this joke, which is why I'm going to let this slide.
Okay.
Because
You think this is some Tommy Wiseau level shit?
like this? Yeah, I feel like this is like an actually like. All right, I'm playing into the joke.
And people, if you know anything about the first Shaq-Fu, which was a fighting game, not a street brawler in the likes of Streets of Rage or any majority game, Turtles in Time. When you would play that game, it was a fighting game. Keep in mind, a fighting game with terrible hit detection, but a fighting game, which was again not a street brawler. And the other thing was with that fighting game, which I owned, I had Shaq-Fu because you know what I said, brother. I was a child. The one, I was a kid. And two, you know what? It had terrible hit detection. It had a goofy story. It did not have the best animation, but the music was dope.
Ain't no way in hell Shaq's doing front flips in real life.
He does. What you talking about? What you talking about, Deuce? Shaq has...
He just front flipped across the fucking screen.
Well, he's got the best abilities of any fighter in the world. He's a Chinese rickshaw driver.
Oh my god. I can't. This is too much. Guys.
I mean, come on. Yo.
This is my last shot. Shaq.
Again. And this the original Shaq-Fu was not the best thing that ever came out. The story mode here, he's in downtown Tokyo going to a kung fu studio. Kung fu is a Chinese art, not Japanese, but whatever. We'll let that slide. And I see that Pepsi made some money off of this, or Shaq made some money from Pepsi off of this. And while it was going, it still had some decent music happening.
Yeah.
You find that Kung Fu Dojo next to the Pepsi building. That's in the hood in Little Tokyo.
They have Pepsi everywhere on this.
Hey man, Shaq had to get that money. They had to pay that pan flute.
Is that random ass flute?
Hey man, Killmonger used it. Why can't Shaq?
Don't put Killmonger in the same.
I goddamn will.
Of this game.
I will.
Piece of shit.
You will not stop me from putting Killmonger up here with Shaq-Fu, one of the worst games ever. But again, it went along that same lines of I'm willing to play your game, and you heard me say it in this last segment. I'm willing to play your game if it has some great music and everything else is terrible in it. That game has some of the worst hit detection of any fucking game I've ever played in my life. There was lag in that game, and this is before the internet. This is
You
man.
brought that on your goddamn self.
I was a kid. I was only allowed to get like one game like every 6 months or something like that. And I was like, oh shit, I've seen Kazam. I'm a stupid kid. I enjoyed a rapping genie that comes out of a boombox. As I say it now, it doesn't sound great.
Now,
but I was a child. I was a children.
we all make mistakes. I chose Frogger over Pokemon Yellow one time. It was rough. That's the worst. That's my gaming mistake that I live with and wake up every day. It was a cold, rainy day like this. My parents took me to the store. They're like, you can have one of these games. Do you want Frogger or do you want Pokemon Yellow? They're both $30. I chose Frogger. And I'm a hardcore Pokemon fan.
How did you manage to pull that off? Like Frogger, that you jumped on the game that came out 20 years prior.
It was the cover, man. That cover game was strong on that Frogger.
So was Pokemon Yellow. It was Pikachu making electricity shoot out his face.
I mean, it was. We all mean you bought Shaq-Fu. I bought Frogger.
Bitch, that was way worse. That is way worse.
No, it's not. Shaq-Fu is at least Frogger's consistent.
The cover for this game was strong too. It was Shaq leaning on the ground doing some gangster shit with a mummy behind him, and the cat lady is like, "Yo, this looks really dope." And it's like, "Oh shit, I get to be Shaq in a fighting game, fighting voodoo priestesses in the jungle while some dudes while we in Wakanda playing the drums in the back." I was like, "All right, I'm fine with this," but. No, Shaq-Fu was a terrible, terrible game. As was the Frogger, I'm sure you chose.
Did he just throw wind?
Yeah, he throws wind. Shaq does that in real life apparently, but it's farts. But yeah, he throws wind. I guess it's Shaq-Fu, man. I'm not gonna hold nothing against it because it had a thick soundtrack again. Just to let you hear it again, another level. That eagle went through his body. I want you to look. That you see that eagle that's just chilling right there? No hit. No hit.
How? What?
Bro, I'm telling you, this game was the first game ever that made me rage quit. And I was mad. I was like, I know I'm hitting. It was the cat lady, because the cat lady was the first level. She was the one closest to the main gate you go through when you enter, and like she would cheat something vicious. Like the hit detection was so off with her that like it was impossible to like even fight her. Oh, and I forgot the other thing that I really liked about this game is that when you would beat the people up, their profile pictures would change. And so she went from being like a scary cat to like a cracked out.
A cracked out lady you see on 7th Street.
Yeah, she looked like Alfred Woodard's character in Holiday Heart. It's not a good look. And people, if you got that Holiday Heart reference, you with me. I love you so much. Holiday Heart forever. Vin Rames and Drag. Yeah, I swear that's a movie.
You wild.
Have you never seen Holiday Heart?
I've not.
Bruh, I'm Googling this shit. I'm sorry. We need to take it aside.
Time out.
Here you go right here, people. Vin Rames and yeah, Vin Rames, he was pushing it back then. Him, Alfred Woodard, and the chick from what's the little black girl from? She was in something big back then. But yeah, it was I see Jovel. Yeah, I know Holiday Heart. I love you guys. I love y'all so much. Holiday Jovel, we right there, baby. But Holiday Heart. It's such a great film.
Wild.
But anyway, back to Shaq-Fu. Let me positive black images. Shaq-Fu was a terrible game when it first came out, but I don't know what this new Shaq-Fu A Legend Reborn thing is supposed to be. But again, if they take it tongue in cheek, if they do it goofily and intentionally do it goofily, I think it could be a fun and entertaining game.
If this comes out as $30 or even $20 or even $15, it ain't worth it. And I don't care who the fuck you are, Shaq-Fu ain't. No. I don't understand why this is created. I just can't wrap my head around it. But if he's having fun with it, then
that's fair. And people, we won't have to wait long for this. So it's coming out June 5th. It's coming out the same month we are going to Chicago to have fun. So we'll get to play Shaq-Fu on here. And hopefully, the thing about this, what's dope about here is I can expense this off to Double Toasted. So I can buy the game and be like, oh no, it was $70. I got the collector's edition. Let me get Coleman, here you go, pay this, please. Money, please.
Signed shoe from Shaq.
Oh, shit. Oh, man. If we could do that, it'd be one of the Walmart shoes that he has. We him on hold it on to the room. Shaq, I've owned some of your not your shoes, but some of your clothes. And, you putting some good stuff out. I can't remember if it might have been Kmart. But, yeah. I own some of your material, Shaq. You made some good stuff. I had some basketball shorts that were Shaq's, and they were cool. I never got picked on for wearing those because they were Shaq. I mean, now, if I went out some Reggie Millers, that might have been another problem.
I mean, with this game, I guess the other positive thing is that it seems like he's actually really involved with it. You know, like another celebrity who made a game. Kanye, who's still that. Did that game come out? I don't think.
Oh, the game about his dead mother.
Yeah, did that?
I don't think he went crazy. He went off the edge. So I don't think we're gonna get a Kanye game ever.
But like I was saying that it's felt like he was pretty detached from it. Because he probably gave it to some studio and wanted like a particular thing for his mom. But with this, it seems Shaq's really having fun with it too. So that's another positive.
Yeah, like it looks like it could be done well. Again, if it's done tongue in cheek and goofily. So hopefully they'll be able to manage this right, and hopefully they know what they're doing. But only time will tell. We'll play it eventually. We only got 2 months away. What is it? April? Yeah, 2 months away, and then we'll get a chance to get our hands on some good old Shaq-Fu.
Please let there be some good shit that week. That way we don't have to. You know what?
No, we playing Shaq-Fu. Don't get it twisted. We playing Shaq-Fu.
And just so y'all know, this trailer had me have more feelings than the Spyro trailer. You know I'm right.
You're very right. I will never deny that. Yes, I was like, this looks terrible, and I can't wait to touch it. Yeah, Spyro was like, I don't need this.
It's literally just.
It's interesting looking.
It's interesting looking.
Yeah. So Shaq-Fu, hopefully you're good. June 5th. We'll see you around then, and I pray to God your game is good because you're gonna need something to make up for that for all the nonsense you pull